Billy Joe's Barbecue has been a landmark and part of the landscape on Magnolia Avenue in Port Neches for more than 50 years. But before we talk about the meats, we have to talk about my favorite thing here, the dirty rice.
We make it fresh every pot, one pot at a time. It's made with chicken, beef, and pork parts. It's slow cooked, and we make it in a great big pot, and then we portion it out individually to where each pot is exactly the same every time. So that's why you got very consistent dirty rice, because it's one pot with one mix it up, and it's ready to go. So it's pretty consistent, and it's really good. So it's a lot of labor intensive, but it's very good.
While not the ones who first opened Billy Joe's Barbecue in 1973, Gary and Brenda Richards have been part of this iconic eatery for most of their lives.
The original owner, Billy Joe Butler, and me and my wife both started working here in high school, and both loved our job so much and loved what we was doing and loved the people. We decided to stay with it till we could own it. So, and it was a long journey, but it paid off very well.
Gary started working here at 15, and the now 64-year-old owner is as passionate as ever about what comes out of his pit.
I like it all, so I have to go by what sells the most, which would be the chip beef or the sliced brisket, or then the barbecue chicken. The dirty rice and the potato salad, definitely the top two sides.
Of course, I don't miss a chance to get my share of dirty rice, but this time around, our Good Eats photographer, Jesus Lopez, did some taste testing himself, giving his stamp of approval to the mac and cheese.
The macaroni and cheese is just out of this world, because it's my wife's recipe, which she got from her mother.
And there's no secret recipe to Billy Joe's success. It's just constant consistency.
Been consistently good, and the fact that we have to feed so many people, I have to make sure I watch the details and the price and stuff. But it's just the fact that it's all homemade, it's all fresh. There's no standing in line, because we start early. We get here about between 4:30 and 5 o'clock in the morning, and we're ready to start serving at 10. And it's just a day-to-day thing that we've been doing all our lives, and we still love it.
And the customers love it too, whether it's the generations who come into the restaurant on a regular basis or the businesses that have relied on catering from Billy Joe's for years.
When you have a BASF or a Mobile Exxon or a smaller company, or call in and order 30, 40, 50, couple hundred lunches, it not only shows that we're liked, but that they trust us, and that's a big thing for us.
And you can't leave Billy Joe's without enjoying a delicious dessert, but it won't be the sweetest thing you will get here. That distinction goes to the inspiring messages handwritten on every to-go box.
The writings on the takeout plate started when COVID began, with the beginnings of a pandemic, which none of us had ever lived through. There was a lot of anxiety, a lot of worries with our own employees and ourselves. And of course, our customers were anxious about things, and we thought, well, you know, what better way to let people know that we're all in the same boat than by writing these encouraging scriptures or encouraging words on a plate.
Gary and Linda plan to continue feeding stomachs and nourishing souls for years to come.
Our address is 2029 Magnolia in Port Neches, and our times is 10 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night, every day except for Saturday, and then it's 10 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the night, and then Sunday we're closed. That's a day for church and family, and I think everybody ought to practice that.
So in order to spend good quality holiday time with your family, get those Thanksgiving orders in so you don't have to cook. And let me know where you want me to go next by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Enjoy.